skip the reports.
You
want to do your report, and then if Denny or Kevin come in, they can jump in? Okay,
yep.
That'd be fine.
In your packet right after, well, it should have been, I think it's up next on everybody's file, it looks like, that third installment of the annual progress report. We talked about the first two pieces of math and science, or math and reading, excuse me. This would be science, and the charts, again, that you remember, reflect the entire 5th grade, the entire 8th grade, and the entire 11th grade for East Sac County. If you remember, reading and math were 4th grade, and science is 5th grade, and that's state decision that science is 5th grade. Underneath the 5th grade chart is the percent proficient for both SAC students, 85.4%, and WLPA, 85.1%. And down below, the smaller chart down at the bottom is 8th grade, 78.1% proficient in SAC, 87.8% in Wallach U Auburn. And if you turn to the back page of 11th grade, the difference between SAC outscoring Wallach U Auburn is about the same as it was the opposite direction with 8th grade. So 11th grade science, 92.7% of the students were proficient, and in Wallach U Auburn, 83.3%. Science goals read just like the reading and math goals did. Post-secondary success is one of the areas we have to report. We use the ACT test scores to determine post-secondary success, and that's actually what's recommended by the Department of Education. A score of 20 or more indicates probable post-secondary success, and numbers below that would be students that we would be concerned about in a particular content area, possibly. And it talks, the percentage for SAC and the percentage for Wallach U Auburn are the percent of students that were at 20 or above. So
that surprised me a little bit on SAC. I thought that might be higher. I don't know why.
This was 2006 and 7, so last year's class, well, for one thing, they were small.
Last year's
and that doesn't. It was a small class, and sometimes if you get one or two kids, yeah. But at any rate, we'll see how it looks, you know, as we move along, and we keep the data, so we can even give you something more long range if you'd like to look at that. But everything we've been reporting to you are pieces that are required for us to report in our APR to the Iowa Department of Ed. The next few pages that you have, the last few months I just put the news articles that I've written in your board package. Last month I wrote about the sort of that idea of getting ready for what comes after high school, and this is the second part of it. And if you turn to the back of it, one of the things that Chris had asked about is how do our dual credit classes, can we talk, you know, can we share some more information with our staff? So I took the first article and sort of tied it to the second article that I wrote. And on the back of that first article talks about education pays annual earnings of 25 to 30-year-olds by their attainment. And that was just data from 2003. But it just talks about completing 9th grade, completing a high school diploma. And then down below that it talks about a degree's worth over a lifetime. Then what kind of income do people earn? Then if you look at the second page that looks like this one right here, and by the way, these are in our March newsletter that'll just be coming out. But if you look at this, it lists the courses, the instructors, the credits, and the number of students that were taking each one of those courses. So we offered 73 credits through the dual credits through the school year through Iowa Central Community College. And you can see the variety of instructors. The requirement for the instructor credentials actually varies a lot by what they teach. For some of them, it had to do with work experience in a particular area. For some of them, they have to have a master's plus 12 credits of graduate work in an area. But every one of the instructors meets those requirements, you know, are fully licensed to be able to teach what they teach. And if you notice, all of them except John Hepp, the first semester were people that were on our contracts. And then second semester, everyone but Ron Malsky. And Ron is now the auto teacher. John had an opportunity to take a full-time auto tech position shared between 2 school districts. So he left to go do that, and Storm Lake hires Ron, and so they're selling us half of his time. So every morning he teaches our auto classes for us. If you flip to the back page, the top of that, just share some information for people to remember about earning college credit while in high school can do some of the following things. I included what tuition in Iowa, room, board, and tuition in Iowa look like at a community college per year, a state university, and a private college or university, to just kind of remind people of what those costs are. And then down below I summarized what do students at East Sac County have for credits. We have 81 seniors, so you know. So one senior completed the equivalent of more than a full year of college. 32 seniors completed the equivalent of a semester or more. And then you can look at those numbers. 26 seniors have completed 6 to 15, 10 have 3 or 4 credits, 10 seniors have no credit. But we also have 4 juniors that have 12 to 20 college credits already. And those kids, as well as those next 38, really stand a chance to bump things up. Now, there are 36 juniors currently with no credit, but if you look, there are only 10 seniors that have no credit. So it'll probably come out about the same. But what we're finding is that our juniors are more apt to sign up for credit classes. And I think when our 8th graders sit down to do their 4-year plans, what we're going to see is plans made for those kids when they're juniors and seniors. I got a couple questions asked of me about credits that kids take. How does that transfer? If you were going to go to the state to get a degree, a business degree, your auto class doesn't transfer. Okay, it's a voc tech class to a 4-year business program. It's not going to transfer. But if you're a 4-year business major at a state university and you took solid modeling CAD from Eric McCullough, it would transfer as an elective. So it all depends upon what the instructor had to have for a degree and a license beforehand about what gets accepted. Some colleges and universities actually just take the courses as pass-fail, no matter what your grade is. Some of them actually take the grade point itself, and that just varies depending on the college or university and what the program is. But you know, the kids that take auto are headed toward auto. They're not headed, you know, they know where they're going already. So our auto program, when they complete the 2 years, their junior and senior year of auto, they have half of the program done. It's a 2-year program at Iowa Central, and they've completed the first year of it.
Really?
So, comments or questions about, and my last comment about this would be, this would never happen for either school separately. It took the combination of instructors and the combination of the high schools to have enough students to be able to make the courses viable. So. And it's all offered on campus, so once they get there, they get to stay there to take the courses. We don't have to drive them around to do that. We've been doing some look at our numbers of students coming up, how many are going to roll into high school, and you know, how will this continue to look for us. We have about 80, we have 81 seniors. We've got just about a little over 80 8th graders that will enter as 9th graders. And we have about between 75 and 78 4th graders that will move into the 5th graders in the middle school. So the middle school and high school aren't changing much in size. Our kindergarten here and our 7th grade are our 2 smallest classes, and they're in the middle 50s to lower 60s. Otherwise, most of our classes are around the 70s. So what we look at is, will we be able to maintain those numbers so that it's viable to have multiple sections of some of those courses, which just makes scheduling for all those kids. It just opens the schedule up so that we've got more opportunity for them to take the things that they want. So
we assume all these classes will be offered again next school year?
Yes, all of these will be offered.
And you mentioned something last night, looking at biotech.
Yeah, we're going to be offering a new biotech class in our ag department. It will not be dual credit, but it will be a new course that students will be elected. They'll be able to elect to take it either as an elective ag credit, or the instructor will be certified, is currently certified. We just need to get her credentials reviewed. And they would be able to take it as science if they wanted to meet their science graduation requirement. And I think Kevin might talk to you tonight a little bit about our environmental science